Hello, doubting parents. I am the parent of a child who has misophonia. I've been frustrated recently because I've been seeing many children writing on the Facebook groups that the parents do not believe them, that the sounds or the motions or the tapping that you're doing is driving them crazy. They have an illness called misophonia. Most doctors don't know about it. It's very new. But I wanted to talk to you guys and let you know what you should do for your children. Now, you may have just found this video on your own, or you may have been sent it by your child because they're frustrated with you. Misophonia is a real thing. Some people have wondered why it's so new or hot. It's really just started to be analyzed by the medical community. If you go to any doctor, they're going to say, I've never heard of it. It's very rare in the medical industry to find somebody who knows about misophonia. There have been a couple of TV shows. 2020 covered it. I think it was NBC Today's Show which recently covered it. There are several other videos that are out there. So have a look around. If you're really curious, join the Facebook for Parents with Misophonia group. That's probably not the right title. It's probably Misophonia Parents or something. Here's my point. Believe your child. When my daughter first jumped up and ran away screaming from the dinner table because we were slurping and chomping and we were banging our forks on the plates, we thought she was a little bit off. We didn't quite understand it. The typical response from parents is, hey, just get over it. Deal with it. We're all going to make these sounds and you have to live with it. And that's sort of true. They do have to live with it. But what you don't understand is that it isn't just something they wanted to have. It's a problem in their brain. The neurons are firing and there are activities happening in their brain which cause anger or frustration or a whole variety of different responses. Some of them are minor. Some of them are really escalated into anger, and some people even hit and are violent. We obviously don't want that to happen. What I would like you to do is to realize that they're not lying to you. It isn't easy to diagnose. The medical community, as I said, is just starting to understand it, but there have been studies where they do see wild things firing in the brain. Now imagine if your child has epilepsy. One day they're fine, and then the next day they're laying on the floor, flopping around. They're having an epileptic seizure, and it scares the living daylights out of you. You know there's something going on in their brain that's not quite right. And so you take them to the doctor. Maybe you even take them to the emergency room. The same thing is really happening inside your child's brain with misophonia. You have triggered them with some sound, or it's even hand signals. And I may be triggering some people by doing what I do, but I like to talk with my hands. These things set them off, and it is not, let me repeat, it is not something they can control. It's firing in their brain just like an epileptic seizure is happening, and they can't control it. There is nothing known by the medical industry right now that will stop it. There are things that maybe you can help them with, but the biggest thing that they want is for A, for you to believe them, and B, to try to help. To understand that this is not something they chose, this is not something they want, and this is not something that they can get rid of, and they need your help. Please, please take a moment and tell your child you understand and that you want to help them, just like you would if they had an epileptic seizure in front of you. You would want to help them. This isn't maybe as severe, and most people don't see it physically happen, but it is something that is very important to your children. You need to help them as if you were loving them, and would help them in any other medical situation. There are Facebook groups that you can join. There are teen groups for the youth that they can join over on Facebook. There are many websites. If you go to misophonia-association.com, they recently had their very second annual convention, which my family went to. There are lots of people trying to help, but you have to believe in your child. Don't treat them as if they're crazy. They're not. Trust your child. Help them. Find a way to love them even when they're screaming at you. Let them go. The biggest thing that most people are saying is, let me just go find my peace until I can come back and talk to you. Right now, I am so angry. My body is reacting so severely that I can't control it. So just let them go in peace. Tell them that you love them on the way. Maybe that will help a little tiny bit. Hug them when they get back. Tell them you understand and that you're going to work on it. We've also just launched a new website that is a Wikipedia kind of thing where we're going to hopefully get a whole bunch of people contributing. It's called Misopedia.me. That's Misopedia, Pedia.me. We're going to be pointing to all sorts of things that we can find on the web, research, organizations, groups, forums, all those kind of things. Consolidate all that information in one place to try to give you the best resources we can possibly find to help you and your children. But please, please, please understand that they are struggling with this. They don't want it. And you, as a parent, need to love them and help them. Thank you very much. You can write me if you want. I am at planetmitch@me.com. I will be happy to talk to you if you need some additional information or have some questions. Hopefully you can just go to our website at misopedia.me. And thanks for listening to your child. Help them as soon as you can.